Imagine an ordinary day, an ordinary person, an ordinary decision. No one thinks that at this very moment, a chain of events begins that will change the fate of millions of people. We are used to thinking that global catastrophes start with big causes, economies, armies, ideologies. But sometimes, everything begins with one person and one single action. Today we will explore how this is even possible. We like to believe that the world is logical, that big events always have big causes. But reality works differently. The world is a system made of millions of interconnected elements. In such a system, even a small push can create enormous consequences. This is called the domino effect or the butterfly effect. And the more complex the system, the less predictable the consequences. In 1914, a young man steps out onto the street. His name is Gavrilo Princip. He is not a general, not a politician, not a head of state. He has a pistol and an idea. One shot. Within weeks, dozens of countries are drawn into war. Within years, millions of people die. World War I changes borders, economies, and the course of history. It is important to understand this. Princip did not create the war. He simply became the trigger for a system that was already ready to explode. Here is the key point. One person cannot cause a catastrophe. In a stable system, catastrophes begin when tension has already built up, decisions have been postponed, compromises have failed, fear has replaced rational thinking. In such a system, a random event becomes a trigger, not the cause, but the trigger. This still happens today. One trader can trigger a market crash. One engineer can make a mistake. In a critical system, one post can cause mass panic. The problem is not the person. The problem is that the system has become too complex and too interconnected. And the faster the world moves, the faster consequences spread. After a catastrophe, we look for someone to blame. It is easier to believe that everything happened because of one person. This creates an illusion of control. If we remove them, the catastrophe won't happen again. But this is a dangerous illusion because the system remains the same, and that means the next trigger is only a matter of time. One person can trigger a catastrophe, but they are never its true cause. The real cause is the system that ignored its own problems for too long. Small actions become dangerous only when the world is already ready to collapse. And that is why the worst catastrophes always seem unexpected.